Alright, Shalom. First, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakha Kodash. I want to give double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. I was pretty much just reading through 1 Corinthians, the 12th chapter, and, concerning the different parts of the body, the different members of the body of Mashiach, alright, Yahweh Shai, which, us as the believers, the prophets, apostles, teachers, helps, we all form, that body of Yahushai. Now, just because we don't all have the same office, does not mean that we're not all of the same body. It's not as Paul put it, or as the apostle Paul put it in let me see if I can find the verse. Roughly paraphrasing, he was just saying, look, if everybody was the eyes, how would you smell? If everybody was the nose, how would you hear? If everybody was the arms, how would you walk? You see? So you got to look at the bigger picture, when it comes to this truth, being whatever position the Lord has put you in. There's a reason the Lord put you in a certain position. There's a reason he had you specifically, have that office, because where your weakness lies is another brother's strength, and so in turn the body doesn't have a weakness, because if an individual's weakness is another individual's strength, then where the body is weak, another part of the body can hold it up and strengthen it. You have certain people that as I'll just read it real quick. So this is 1 Corinthians chapter 12. Verse 4 says, now there are diversities of gifts, but the same spirit. So the same Rakha Kodash, the same spirit, of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, can bestow different gifts, spiritual gifts, upon different individuals, of the believers, man. Now it says, verse 5, and there are differences of administrations, but the same Lord. So we, it's just like working in a job. You have different offices, you have different positions, but it's for one corporation. Like in retail, I used to be a stock associate, in clothing retail store. And, there's many different positions. You have sales associates, you have stock associates, you have visuals team, those who deal with the mannequins and the visual outlook of the store to attract the customers. And then you have those who sell the merchandise to make the money. But then you have those who have to replenish the merchandise so the sellers can sell it. And then you have the managers that have to make sure everybody's doing what they have to do so it all works together. So, it's all together. The corporation succeeds. And if the corporation succeeds, then guess what? Everybody gets paid. But if one person doesn't do their job, let's say the stock associate says, I don't get enough recognition as the sales associate, then that's when the stock associate is being selfish. He's not thinking of the corporation. He's not thinking of the body. He's thinking of himself as an individual. So he stops doing what he's doing. Then guess what? The sales associate can't sell. And so next thing you know, the business starts doing bad. So what's going to happen to that stock associate? He's going to get fired. And it's the same thing in this truth. If you're in a position, and instead of thinking of the body, you're thinking of yourself, you want to gain recognition for yourself, guess what? The second you start to endanger the body, you're not bringing edification, the Most High he's going to exit you, man. He's going to throw you out the body because he can easily replace you, man. He doesn't need you, to bring schisms and troubles into the body of Yahushua. And that's why ultimately the elect are who the elect are, because the elect are they're going to do their job. They're not going to get fired. Now this is 1 Corinthians 12, verse 6. It says, and there are diversities of operations, but it is the same God which worketh all in one, or all in all. Now I'm going to jump through this chapter, just to hit different points. Verse 8, it says, for to one is given the spirit of the word of wisdom, and to another the word of knowledge by the same spirit, You got to understand, wisdom and knowledge are two different things. Okay? Oftentimes they may be confused and put together as one. Though they work in tandem, they are two different things. All right? Knowledge, you can say, is data. It's information. It's things you know. All right? Wisdom is how you move based on what you know. Wisdom will be something like if somebody asks you what to do in a certain position, and you give them advice on what would be the wisest thing to do in that position. Knowledge would be if somebody asked you, what does this mean? Or what is this? Then you tell them what it is. You're giving them information. Where wisdom is you're telling them how to move, what they should do, all right, based on the situation they're in, or based on the information that they have provided you. So yes, they work together. However, they are two different things. You have certain brothers that are very knowledgeable, all right, in certain things, knowledgeable in the scriptures and in many different things, okay? And then you have other brothers who might not be as knowledgeable in it, but from what you tell them, they can give you very good advice on what you should do, how you should move. Or maybe, brother, maybe that's not the wisest thing to do. Maybe you shouldn't do that, okay? Oh, I know a lot of these things, yeah, but, maybe you shouldn't do that. And a lot of that is based on experience, Men with the greatest wisdom are men with a extreme amount of experience. Men who have the spirit to learn from their experience. Okay. It says, to another, faith by the same Spirit. Now, we all have these different gifts. All right. However, there's a certain level of each gift that each individual excels at. The Lord might give a certain men more wisdom, than anything else. That'll be their specialty, you could say. So that's what it means by to another, faith by the same Spirit. It doesn't mean only certain members of the body have faith. It just means certain members have a higher amount of it than others. So it says to another, faith by the same Spirit. To another, so you have certain people who, as things are happening, they don't get shook up like that, And the Lord has them there in the body so that where another brother who might not have as much faith might get a little shaky, the brother who does have a lot more faith can ground him in the faith, okay? Or even just by seeing how much faith that this brother has, it'll boost your faith, all right? It says to another, the gifts of healing by the same Spirit. Okay, so you might have certain brothers that are more knowledgeable in the herbs. They know, all right, which if you're sick, or if you have an ailment, or your body's not at a balance, not at homeostasis, they know what is wrong with you. They know what you need to take. All right, they're very knowledgeable on that, to where they can advise you on what herbs you can take to heal you. Okay, it says to another the working of miracles, to another prophecy. Okay, now like I said, we all have the ability to prophesy. We all have the ability to say things before. However, certain brothers, all right, if there's certain brothers who are very keen with it. Certain brothers might, yes, we all know what the prophecies are, but certain brothers are very accurate with, seeing certain things and, being able to, I guess you could say, predict, all right, the very accurate near prophecy or near events to happen due to what just happened. All right. So it says, to another, diverse kinds of tongues. All right. You have certain brothers that are able to speak different languages. They're multilingual. They're fluent with it. Okay. That's just the way it is. The Lord set it up on purpose. So let's say you have a camp and you have a brother who has the gift of diverse tongues. If somebody comes up, okay, and the person does not understand, he can speak if he understands that person's language, he can speak to them, all right, in that language. And then it says to another, the interpretation of tongues. Okay, so you have certain people, you might have a brother that might not be able to speak, okay, necessarily the language, but he can interpret it and explain it to you. He can translate it. All right. It says, but all these worketh that one and the same self spirit, dividing to every man severally as he will. Severally, all right? Several is more than one. So you have certain men who the Lord has given multiple gifts, okay? Now, like I said, we all have the gifts of faith and wisdom and knowledge. However, certain men the Lord has given a greater amount of it to, All right, and certain men, he's given a greater amount of faith and wisdom and knowledge, and prophecy too. Okay, but ultimately it's for a reason. Okay, it says for as the body is one and hath many members, and all the members of that one body being many are one body also in Hamashiach. So just because you might be the toes, all right, or you might be the fingers, or you might be the chest hair, or whatever you might be, all right, that doesn't make you any less important to the body. Because look, if the only reason you'll start thinking like that is if you're looking at what the next brother's gifts are instead of honing on yours and perfecting yours. Because guess what? The chest hairs are important, because why do you have hairs on your body? It's to keep out germs. Okay? So you're feeling like, man, I'm unimportant. What am I doing here? Nobody even gets to see me. I'm just here. It doesn't matter if anybody gets to see you or recognize you or not. Your job is still important. Okay? If hairs were important for the body, the Lord wouldn't have had them there. The same way, if you weren't important for the body of Hamashiach, the Lord wouldn't have had you here. Okay? So that's the mindset you got to be in, man. Don't look at somebody else and say, well, I don't have as many talents, so I'm not as good as this person, so I'm worthless. No. Okay? You think of it like this. Well, guess what? That person is not in your position because you're the one the Lord saw fit to do with the position you're in. Okay? Everybody's unique in their own way, man. And the Lord did that on purpose, because that's how you have a balance. Okay? Now I'm going to jump through. Verse 14, it says, for the body, and I'm pretty much going to stay in this chapter, but it says, for the body is not one member, but many. If the foot shall say, because I am not the hand, I am not of the body, is it therefore not of the body? Okay, just because your feet are saying, oh, I'm not the same as the hand, so I'm not with this. Your feet are still gonna be part of your body. Okay, you look at, oh, well, I'm not in this group, or I'm not on this level, so I'm just an outsider. I'm not a part of Yahushai's body. I'm not a part of the truth. That's not how it works. Okay, it says and if the ear shall say, because I am not the eye, I am not of the body, is it therefore not of the body? You see, the body still needs the ear. The body still needs the eyes. The body still needs the feet. Now, if you don't want to play that role, the Lord will replace you, because the body still needs that role to be filled. Okay? So you either be quiet and you stick to your role, all right, and you perfect it and you be happy with it, or the Lord kicks you out and then you lose everything. How's that? You lose everything, because there's demons that'll try to jump on you, all right, to get that envious spirit, or that greed spirit, or that spirit of I want to be the face, I want to shine, I want to have it all, But there's a reason certain men are in certain positions. There's a reason you might not necessarily be in the position that you might have thought yourself to be in. The Most High knows more than you. Okay, it says, verse 17, if the whole body were an eye, where were the hearing? So if everybody was the head, okay, then the body would fall. And that means none of us will make it. Okay, so you want to get to the kingdom, I want to get to the kingdom, we all want to get to the kingdom, then let's all work in our assigned positions to make it to the kingdom. Okay, that's the goal. We're all fighting for that same penny. Okay, so that's just, that's how it is. Every different brothers have different specialties. It says, if the whole were hearing, where were the smelling? But now hath the Most High set the members, every one of them, in the body as it hath pleased him. And when you look at your human body and you look at how everything is interconnected, you look at your nails, how they grow from under your skin and your fingers, and you look at how you can move your fingers by just thinking about it, and how fluently and quickly it moves. Okay? All these different, the way your body, one part of your muscles connect into another, all right, and they move together for you to perform certain actions. Everything has to be in line and working perfectly, okay, for you to do what you do. Even if it's just a slight movement as just thinking, or looking to your left and to your right, or even walking. Okay, the Most High set it up perfectly, and it's the same thing on the spiritual level. Okay. All right, I'll stop at verse 22. So it says, and if they were all one member, where were the body? But now are they many members, yet but one body? And the eye cannot say unto the hand, I have no need of thee. See, so you can't tell another brother who's not in your same position, oh, you're of no use. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't need you here, kind of thing. No, unless the person is going off and they're being a hindrance and they're not doing their job, the Lord will take them out. You know, but we don't have the ability to tell somebody, all right, whether they're important to the body of Yahushua or not. Okay, unless it's blatantly obvious that they're just being wicked. Other than that, if they're doing their job, just because they might not do as much as you, does not mean, all right, that they're not equivalent, or they're not necessary for the body. We don't decide that. Okay, like it says, the eye cannot say unto the hand, because the eye is not doing the job of the hand. The eye is doing the job of looking. Okay, so okay, you're looking, you're seeing, you're doing a good job at looking. Keep doing that. Worry about that. The scriptures say, work out your own source salvation with fear and with trembling. Okay, it says, nor again the head to the feet, I have no need of you, because at the end of the day you do. Nay, much more those members of the body which seem to be more feeble are necessary. Okay, look, you don't even know how important your nose hairs are. Okay, but without your nose hairs, you go through so much trouble. Like even your armpit hairs. Okay, why do you think they're there? Why do you think hairs are there? All right, they're there to catch the germs and prevent it from entering your pores and getting you sick. Because if they weren't there, all right, let's say you say, oh, why do I even have armpit hair? Let me just, man, whatever. And then next thing you know, you get breast cancer or you get sick, and you going through all this pain and suffering, and you wondering how just a simple hairs could cause so much damage to the body by them not being there. Okay, the Most High set everything up for a reason, man. Okay, and our job is to just play our role, all right, and get us as a body to the kingdom, and then we can all just rest. Okay, we can all chill. We all going to enjoy the same reward. Okay, so that's pretty much it, man. You know, we all have different gifts. We've all been put in different positions, and that's all, you know, by the will and the spirit of the Heavenly Father. You know, in the kingdom we'll be at rest, we'll be at peace. But we need to work together. We need to be in the same spirit of Yahushua, all right, to make it out of this place, man. Okay, because that's like the scriptures say, the Lord is coming for his elect. And guess what? His elect are gonna be in that body, working perfectly, all right, to get to that kingdom, man. Okay, so anyway, with that, I'm ending here. Lord's willing, this was edifying to the elect. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Ruach HaKodesh. Until next time, Shalom.